And welcome to Larry Knight Field as your Sumral Bobcats are 0-2 and looking to get in the win column tonight against the Hattiesburg High Tigers. The Tigers coming to this game with a 1-1 record, and a very anticipated matchup tonight as the Hattiesburg Tigers are 1-1, but they lost a very close game against the Oak Grove Warriors, and we know how good the Warriors are. So Jack Miller on the mound tonight for the Bobcats. His second appearance, he appeared in the game against Columbia Academy. And he starts him off with a fastball high to Quentin Rubin, the right fielder. Quentin Rubin, the leadoff guy. And then you got Rod Page and Ramarian Wilson behind him. Those are the three due up in this inning. I got one. So a quick 2 strikes to Rubin. And the count goes to 1-2. The Bobcats line up defensively. Hawkins at third, Davis at short, Garcia at second, and Odom at first. Caden Cochran behind the plate for the Bobcats tonight. And that breaking ball misses high. So the count goes to 2-2. In the outfield, you got Rayner in left, Harrison in center, and Smith in right. The 2-2 pitch is fired in for a strike, but he fouls it away. So Rubin staying alive here to lead off the inning. And Rubin calls time and steps out to gather himself. This is a very anticipated matchup, but also just down the road, the Mississippi State Bulldogs face the Southern Miss Golden Eagles in Hattiesburg tonight. And Southern Miss currently with a 3-0 lead. And bear with me tonight, I'm doing the PA announcing as well as the broadcast, so I got a lot on my plate. But now, Rod Page steps up to the plate, the third baseman for the Tigers, after a strikeout to Quentin Rubin. So Jack Miller looking good early. Filling the zone, the Itawamba signee. A quick 0-2 here to Page. And that one misses low. A good 0-2 pitch there by Miller. Jack Miller, a veteran arm for this Bobcat team. And this one might get out of play. And it hits the grandstands here in Sumral. And so Rod Page staying alive after finding a few strikes. And the count's still 1-2 here with one out. Sumral looking to get the bats alive here tonight. Not many hits through their first 2 games, but some very quality pitching that they have had to face. And Rod Page check swings that one foul. And some good at-bats here to start the game for Hattiesburg. So Page with a 1-2 count. Jack Miller in the windup. Here's the pitch, and this one's popped up. And it's going to be very close to the dugout, but Landon Hawkins able to grab it for out number 2. Now batting first baseman, number 3, Romarian Wilson. Romarian Wilson steps up to the plate here for Hattiesburg with two outs, and he's going to get pegged in the elbow. Center fielder number 20, Tyler Weatherspoon. So after the hit by pitch, Tyler Weatherspoon steps up to the plate here for the Tigers with a runner on first. 2 outs. Tigers trying to get something going with a 2-out rally. And Miller has been all over the strike zone. Just get that one pitch. They got away from him. Hattiesburg Tigers very, very dangerous on the bases, and this one's hammered to right center. And Braden Smith camps under it for out number 3. So no runs on no hits, no errors. So we head to the bottom half of the first inning. This is Zane Berry, and you are listening to Bobcat Baseball. We are back here in the bottom half of the first inning. Braylon Harrison set to lead things off here for the Bobcats. The center fielder, Braylon Harrison, a speedy guy in the leadoff spot here against the sidewinder of Hattiesburg. That one, 81 miles an hour, misses up. So a 1-0 count here to Harrison. And that one misses. So 2 balls, no strikes. Here to Harrison. He's going to get a pitch to hit here. I'll be interested to see if he takes it. And that one over the head of Harrison to bring the count to 3-0. The dangerous Drew Davis stands on deck. And the 3-0 pitch finds the strike zone for McDonald's first strike of the game. And that brings the count to 3-1 here to Braylon Harrison. And that one misses way up. And Harrison reaches via the walk. Now batting shortstop, number 8, Drew Davis.
I played 24 walkout songs.
So Drew Davis steps up to the plate. Here with Harrison at first base. And the curveball gets called for strike 1. Surprised Harrison wasn't moving on the pitch. A lot of speed. And a good pick. Looks like Harrison got kicked in the face on the wild pickoff, and Zach Jones, the trainer, comes barreling out of the dugout to check on Harrison. Everything looks fine. And Zach Jones heads to the dugout, and Braylon Harrison stands back up at first base. So Drew Davis, the shortstop for the Bobcats, looking to get things started. Like I said, a slow start for the Bobcats offensively this season. But they have a lot of firepower in this lineup. And that one hits Davis, so he reaches via the hit by pitch. Third baseman, number 16, Landon Hawkins. So now the third baseman, Landon Hawkins, steps up to the plate. No outs, runners at first and second. And this could get out of the way in a hurry. 2 speedy guys on the bases for the Bobcats. Landon Hawkins gets out of the way on the one inside. So no outs. Looking to keep things going here in the bottom half of the first inning. And that one misses in again. Staying with the slider inside. And this one hit to third. He's going to step on the bag and not going to make a throw. First baseman, number 4, Leo Odom. So on the fielder's choice, there by the third baseman. Still runners at first and second. One out now for the first baseman, Leo Odom. Drew Davis stands at second. Landon Hawkins at first. Corey McDonald in the windup, but he hits it to third base, and he's going to take it himself. So back-to-back fielder's choices. Pitcher, number 27, Jack Miller. And so now Jack Miller steps up to the plate for the Bobcats. What looked like was going to be a good inning for the Bobcats offensively. Now there's 2 outs, still runners at first and second. The pitcher, Jack Miller, looking to put a drive in something here, and a good take there by Miller. But it just catches the bottom outside part of the strike zone. So a count 0-1 here to Jack Miller. And this one off the fist. And that's going to be a fielder's choice on the 6-4 for out number 3. So the Bobcats, no hits, no runs, no hits, no errors, 2-man left on. And we go to the top half of the second inning. Scores tied 0-0. So we're back here in the top half of the second inning, leading things off here for the Tigers. Shortstop, number 5, DJ Johnson. Johnson, a good frame. Very big kid standing in the box. But Miller fires one, and that's going to mess up on the fastball. So a 1-0 count here to Johnson. Jack Miller trying to work fast here in the top of the second inning. And that one's going to miss up again, but he asked for a new ball. The Bobcats still searching for their first win of the season, as they dropped one to Columbia Academy last Thursday, 2-0, and then dropped one Friday at Petal, 2-1. And that one, a called strike. That brings the count to 2-1 here to Johnson. The Bobcats have pitched very well in the 2 games they've played, but have faced 2 very good arms. Miller now has a 2-2 count here to Johnson. And the breaking ball is going to get called for a strike 3. Jack Miller gets his second strikeout of the game. So now the catcher, Chauncey Parham, steps up to the plate here for the Tigers. Parham, the lefty bat, here against Jack Miller. And that one's going to miss inside for ball 2. So the count goes 2-1 here. Miller looking a little frustrated about something. The Bobcats will travel to MRA later on in the week. That one driven foul. What was originally scheduled for a home matchup Friday, they will now travel to MRA. And the 2-2 pitch here to Parham. And a swing and a miss. And that's going to be the third strikeout for Jack Miller. And now Corey McDonald steps up to the plate, the pitcher tonight for the Hattiesburg Tigers. And he pops this one out of play for strike number 1. A good swing there by McDonald. And that fastball misses away to bring the count to 1-1. Here with 2 outs. And a check swing strike there to Corey McDonald. A very good breaking ball out of the hand of Jack Miller. So a 1-2 count now here with 2 outs. And that breaking ball battled off. And the count stays 1-2 here with 2 outs. And that 1-2 pitch, fastball high. McDonald having a good at-bat. The Tigers still hitless, but have ran up the pitch count here on Miller in a few at-bats as they've battled. And this one's going to be chopped over to third. Landon Hawkins with a tough play, but he makes it look easy for out number 3. So a great play there by Hawkins. And no runs, no hits, no errors. And we head to the bottom half of the second inning. This is Zane Berry, and you are watching Bobcat Baseball. Now would be a good time to give a shout out to our live stream sponsors here tonight. Bandits Barbecue here in Sumral, BBGeomatics, Landry Lewis Architects, and the Back 42 Sports down on Highway 42 here in Sumral. So now Will Rayner getting things started here for the Bobcats in the bottom of the second inning. Will Rayner, new to the lineup, it's been a good bat. He's got a lot of speed and a very big kid. But he takes that one for strike one. So Will Rayner, Hayden Brown, and Braden Smith due up for the Bobcats here in the bottom of the second inning. And that breaking ball is down and in for strike two. So now an 0-2 count here to Rayner. The Bobcats looking to get something going. And he's going to dribble this one. This one's going to be a tough play for the third baseman. A lot of speed by Rayner. And he's going to beat it out for an infield single. DH number 3, Hayden Brown. And now your DH number 3, Hayden Brown, steps up to the plate. He's DHing for the catcher, Caden Cochran. And Rayner steals, and luckily that was caught by Polk over there at second. And so Will Rayner advances to second on the stolen base. And now Hayden Brown has a golden RBI opportunity here with no outs. And he takes that one for strike one. So a 1-1 count. I wouldn't be surprised if Brown tries to lay one down here. And here he does. He squares the bunt. And he's going to poke this one out. It's going to be a tough play for the pitcher. He barehands it, looks to third, and then beats it out at first. So another infield single. So the Bobcats now have 2 hits on the night. Right fielder, number 1, Braden Smith. And now the right fielder, Braden Smith, steps up to the plate with runners at first and third. And I wouldn't be surprised if Coach Davis tries to do something here. A lot of speed over there at first base with Hayden Brown. So Hayden Brown stands at first, Will Rayner at third. The pick to first, not in time to get Brown. Coach Davis yelling at him to get bigger over there at first base. So Braden Smith. And a good pick by McDonald, but not in time. And Brown slides back in safely. But McDonald trying to work his way out of it. And the Braden Smith bunts. And that's going to advance the runner. So now runners at second and third. Here with 1 out. So after the sacrifice bunt, Kellen Garcia steps up to the plate here for the Bobcats. Runners at second and third. Brown at second. Rayner at third. Garcia in the box. So a 1-0 count here to Garcia. And that one's going to miss low, and that's going to bring the count to 2-0. The 2-0 pitch misses way inside, and that's going to bring the count to 3-0. Looks like McDonald struggling to find the zone here in the bottom of the second inning. A golden opportunity for the Bobcats to get a run or two across the board. And that one's going to miss high. And now the bases are loaded for the leadoff man, Braylon Harrison. Center fielder, number 22, Braylon Harrison. So a walk there by Garcia. That brings us back to the top of the lineup. Harrison walked in his first at-bat. And now McDonald working out of the windup. But the breaking ball is a called strike. A good take there by Harrison on the 0-0 curveball. So the 0-1 pitch here with one out. And he pops this one up. And it's going to be popped up out of play. And that's going to be out number 2 here with bases loaded. Shortstop, number 8, Drew Davis. And now the shortstop, Drew Davis, steps up to the plate here with 2 outs, bases loaded. Davis, the guy you want up at the plate if you're Coach Andy Davis. A good breaking ball and a good take there by Davis. And McDonald really relying on the breaking ball. And he throws it again, but that one misses inside. So now a 1-1 count here to Davis. But McDonald gets back on the mound. I would not be surprised if they throw it again here. So a 1-1 count here with 2 outs, bases loaded. And the fastball misses away, and Will Rayner's going to try to take home. It's going to be a close play, but he gets in there safely. So on the wild pitch, Rayner scores from third, and that's going to advance Garcia and Brown 90 feet. So a tough break there for McDonald. But Davis now with an opportunity to score 2 more runs. The infield now has to go across the infield if they were to get a ground ball. So a 2-1 count here to Davis. And the breaking ball is fouled back. And the count goes to 2-2 here with 2 outs. So the 2-2 pitch here from McDonald. And that one's going to be swung at in the dirt. And he's going to strike out. And the Bobcats are going to strand 2 runners on. And Coach Davis is furious. But that takes us to the top of the 3rd inning. Tyler Spencer, the DH for the Tigers, is going to lead things off here in the top of the 3rd. This is Zane Berry, and you are listening to Bobcat Baseball. So we are back here in the top of the third inning. The Bobcats have a 1-0 lead after 2 innings of play. And a good start here for Miller as he gets a strike on the DH. Spencer hitting for J.B. Bryant. Spencer watches that one in the dirt. And that brings the count to 1-1. So the Bobcats have left a few runners on here tonight so far. And Miller misses away there. So a 2-1 count here to Spencer. And Jack Miller. And a great pitch there by Miller. But it's called for ball 3. So 3 balls. And now 2 strikes as Spencer watches that fastball down the heart of the plate. And this one driven back up the middle of the field. That's going to be Hattiesburg's first hit of the night. Second baseman, number 6, Jacob Polk. So the 9-hole hitter here for the Tigers, Jacob Polk, steps up to the plate. The Bobcats in bunt defense. That's going to be a called strike on the outside part of the plate. And Polk being told to bunt, it looks like, over from the third base line coach. And Landon Hawkins all the way in, but a great bunt. And nobody at third base, but Davis over there gets to third to stop him at second, but a great sacrifice bunt there by Jacob Polk. Right fielder, number 8, Quentin Rubin. So now Quentin Rubin, the leadoff guy for the Tigers, steps up to the plate. And this one's going to be chopped to third. Hawkins going to have to get it out quick. He gets it out, and they're going to make the throw to third. And a tough call over there by the umpire, but he calls them safe at third. A great play by Odom as he slings it across the infield after catching out number 2 at first. Third baseman, number 11, Rod Page. So after the 5-3, the Bobcats now have 2 outs on the Tigers. And Rod Page steps up to the plate. Rod Page flew out to third base in his first at-bat. The Tigers getting barrels on the ball in the bottom half, or in the top half of the third inning. They're 90 feet away from tying this game up. Stands at third base. And this one's going to be chopped. It's going to be a tough play. Hawkins goes across his body and makes the play over there at third for out number 3. So the Tigers strand one at third base, and the game stays 1-0. Sumral is winning as we head to the bottom half of the third inning. This is Zane Berry, and you are listening to Bobcat Baseball. So now batting, starting things off here for the Bobcats. Landon Hawkins, the third baseman. Landon was out on a fielder's choice when he grounded out to the third baseman last inning. He takes that breaking ball for ball one. That brings the count to 1-0 here on Hawkins, and he hammers this one, but it's going to be to the shortstop. And the shortstop makes it look easy over there for out number one. First baseman number 4, Leo Odom. So now that brings up Leo Odom, the first baseman, an Ole Miss signee for the Bobcat squad. And he grounded out on a fielder's choice in his first at-bat. And he watches that one away for ball one. A beautiful night. No wind. A little chilly out here. But a great night for Sumral versus Hattiesburg baseball. A big swing and a miss there by Odom. That brings the count to 1-1. Odom hits this one to third base. Third baseman makes easy work of it. So back-to-back groundouts. And now the pitcher, Jack Miller, heads to the plate. Pitcher number 27, Jack Miller. So now Jack Miller heads to the plate. Still nothing going for the Bobcats offensively. Miller grounded out to shortstop his first at bat, but I jinxed it. And Miller hammers this one through the 6-hole for a base hit. Left fielder, number 9, Will Rayner. Parker Hawkins, the pinch runner here for the Bobcats. A lot of speed, a young kid for the Bobcats. Will Rayner watches that ball low for ball one. So 2 outs. The Bobcats looking to start a rally. Will Rayner, Hayden Brown, and Braden Smith all due up. And he hammers this one to third, and that one's going to get under the glove of the third baseman of the Tigers. And the Bobcats now have back-to-back 2-out hits here in the bottom half of the third inning. DH number 3, Hayden Brown. So Rayner 2 for 2 on the night. Hayden Brown with a bunt single in his first at-bat. So a lot of speed. He's shown us what he can do. And he watches this one away. Brown, I really like the look of this kid, a lefty with a lot of speed. And that one, a called strike in the bottom of the zone there for Brown. So Braden Smith on deck here for the Bobcats. Had a sacrifice bunt his last at-bat. Brown with a long, lengthy swing on the breaking ball and just misses it for strike number 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And that one, a ball in the dirt, so a good take there by Brown. That brings the count here to 2-2. To Brown looking to lengthen this at bat. He keeps the rally going here with 2 outs. And he watches the ball in the dirt. So now the full count here to Brown. The runners are going to be stealing on the pitch here with full count, 2 outs. Spencer Brown hits this one to left field. It's going to be trouble. It's slicing away from the left fielder, but he grabs it for out number 3. So the Bobcats strand 2 runners on after 2 2-out hits. But the Bobcats maintain a 1-0 lead as we head to the top half of the 4th inning. So now leading off here in the top of the 4th inning, Romarian Wilson for the Tigers. Romarian was hit by the first pitch he saw earlier tonight. But he's seen 2 here, 1 ball, 1 strike to Romarian Wilson. The 1-1 pitch misses in. And Miller about hits him for the 2nd time tonight on the fastball inside. But he hammers this one, and it's got a chance. And it's off the scoreboard. So Romarian Wilson goes yard here in the top of the 4th inning, and he is fired up running around the bases. So the Tigers tie things up here in the 4th inning. Center fielder number 20, Tyler Weatherspoon. And so the short porch out in right field helps Romarian Wilson. So he hits that one off the bottom of the... Hit that one off the bottom of the scoreboard out there in right. It looked like it got jammed off his bat, but he was still able to muscle it out of here. A good-looking frame from Wilson. And a lot of life out of the Hattiesburg dugout now. They tie things up here in the top of the 4th, 1-1. And Tyler Weatherspoon takes that one outside for strike 2. So a 0-2 count to Weatherspoon. Miller working back in the zone after the long ball, which is good to see. Coach Larry Knight used to always say, solo home runs will not beat you. And so with that being a leadoff home run, nothing really hurt still. Nobody on. Good block by Cochran. behind the plate. And a good 1-2 pitch on the breaking ball. So now the 2-2 pitch here to the center fielder, Tyler Weatherspoon. He flew out to right field in his first at-bat. And he swings at the fastball high. And Miller tacks on another strikeout to his ninth. Shortstop number 5, DJ Johnson. So now DJ Johnson steps up to the plate. DJ Johnson struck out his first at-bat against Jack Miller. He led off the second inning. Miller catches the outside part of the plate for strike one. So the count 1-1 here to DJ Johnson. Shortstop has looked very good in the field for the Tigers so far tonight. And a big swing and a miss there. Johnson also a very big kid. So the 1-2 pitch here from Miller, and the breaking ball gets him swinging. So back-to-back strikeouts for Miller after giving up a home run. And if you're Coach Andy Davis, this is what you want to see. Catcher number 22, Chauncey Parham. And Chauncey Parham the catcher fouls this one back into the net. He struck out his first at bat. But everybody yelling Wills out here, so I imagine Parham can run a little bit. And that's a good pitch there by Miller. But called ball there on the pitch. And the 1-1 pitch to Parham, and that one's just called for strike two. So now the catcher Parham with a 1-2 count here with 2 outs. The Bobcats looking to get in the dugout and get that one run back. This one's going to be grounded to Garcia, and Garcia makes it look easy for out number 3. So after the long ball, that's it for the Tigers. But they square things up here in Sumral. 1-1. After 3.5 innings of play, the Bobcats head to the plate here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. This is Zane Berry, and you are listening to Bobcat Baseball. So now the right fielder, Braden Smith, leading things off here for the Bobcats. He had a sacrifice bunt his first at bat, so still 0-0 on the night, but looking to get things started. And he grounds this one over to the second baseman for out number one on the first pitch he sees. That'll bring up Kellen Garcia. Second baseman, number 7, Kellen Garcia. So Kellen Garcia steps up to the plate here for the Bobcats. And he walked in his first at-bat. So he's going to have to see a few pitches here after a first pitch swing for Braden Smith. So an 0-1 count. McDonald still in the game for the Tigers, throwing a good game. And he's now got 2 straight breaking balls for strikes here to Kellen Garcia. Garcia takes this one away. And the top of the lineup is due up here for the Bobcats. Braylon Harrison stands on deck. And Garcia drives this one to right center. And a great piece of hitting there by Garcia. He's going to try to stretch this to a double. And what a effort there by Kellen Garcia. Center fielder number 22, Braylon Harrison. So a great piece of hitting there by Kellen Garcia. And that's going to bring up Braylon Harrison, the center fielder. Harrison 0 for 1 on the night. He flew out to the first baseman in foul play his last at-bat, and he walked his first at-bat. So a good opportunity for the Bobcats to tack on some runs here if they can string together a few hits. Garcia with a lot of speed over there at second base, something to keep an eye out on. With one out, you can take some opportunities, and I wouldn't be surprised if Coach Andy Davis wants to take some opportunities here. So a 2-0 count now to Harrison. So if he's going to swing, this is a good pitch to swing at. A 2-0 count. And he swings, but he fouls it back into the net. A good, healthy swing there by Harrison. Davis stands on deck for the Bobcats. So a 2-1 count. McDonald working fast. And that one misses away, and the count goes to 3-1 here to Harrison. And he's going to pop this one up to right field. Right fielder looking to have trouble for it. But he grabs it and fires it to third base, and that's going to keep Garcia over at second. Shortstop number 8, Drew Davis. So now Drew Davis, the shortstop, looking to get things going for his year offensively. Struck out his last at-bat and was hit by a pitch in his first at-bat. He takes that one up high. So McDonald looking to work out of it again here in the fourth. And that one misses in on Davis, and that brings the count to 2-0. Looked like it scraped Davis. Let's say it didn't. Slider misses low. Count goes to 3-0. So Garcia stands at second here with 2 outs. The Bobcats and the Tigers tied up at 1. A 3-0 pitch, a called strike on the outside part of the plate. And Drew Davis now has a 3-1 count on him. Looking to put a drive in a ball. And a good swing on the breaking ball. But the count now goes to 3-2 here with 2 outs. If I'm Coach Davis, I might send Garcia here. Garcia stands at second. Hawkins on deck and Davis at the plate. And the breaking ball misses inside. And that's going to be a 2-out walk to Davis. And the Hattiesburg High School coach, mad right now at the home plate umpire, saying that was a strike. Looked into me. I thought it hit Davis personally. So now the Bobcats have Drew Davis at first base and Kellen Garcia standing at second for Landon Hawkins, the hitter for the Bobcats. Landon Hawkins takes that one inside for ball 1. And that's the same spot there. It's about 4 inches in off the white line. And that one gets under the catcher, and he loses it. And that's going to allow both runners to advance. So Kellen and Garcia advances to third, and Drew Davis to second on the wild pitch. And now Landon Hawkins has a prime opportunity to get some life in this Bobcat offense. So 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. And Landon Hawkins to the plate. And this one drilled over to the net by third base. So a good 2-0 swing by Hawkins. And that one misses away, and the count goes to 3-1 here to Hawkins. He's going to need something to hit. Come unleashed. And he caps this one. Shortstop's going to have a tough play. He snow cones it, throws it to first, and a good scoop over there by the first baseman. And the Tigers get out of the jam. And the score stays 1-1 as we head to the top of the 5th inning. This is Zane Berry, and you are listening to Bobcat Baseball. Some special shout-outs tonight. Christy Martin checking in from Folsom, Louisiana. Also, Miss Shirley Haddix watching from home tonight, along with Miss Karen Thompson. She says, go Bobcats and Southern Miss to the top. So now the pitcher for the Tigers steps up to the plate. Jack Miller still on the mound for the Bobcats. Tigers only have 2 hits, but one of them is a long ball, and that's how we got tied up 1-1 here as we go into the top of the 5th. McDonald fouls the first pitch back into the net. He's 0 for 1 tonight with a ground out to Landon Hawkins over there at third base. The breaking ball, a good pitch there by Miller. Miller had a great night so far. 5 strikeouts, only 2 hits. And another breaking ball, but that one misses away. So a 1-2 count here to Corey McDonald. And the fastball misses out. And that brings the count here to 2-2. So the Tigers battling here tonight on a cold night in Sumral. We usually say this at the beginning of every single year. But the bats are always ahead, or always behind the pitchers. Pitchers are always ahead, so you see a lot more in games in the beginning of the season. DH number 20, Tyler Spencer. Number 23. 23. So the DH, Tyler Spencer, number 20, 23 for the Tigers, steps up to the plate, and he's got a quick 2 strikes on him. He's 1 for 1 on the night, and he had a hard line drive back up the middle in his first at bat. And that one misses low. So a 1-2 count here to Spencer. Spencer takes the fastball up and away for ball 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. The breaking ball, a called strike 3, and Jack Miller's got his 6th strikeout of the night. Second baseman number 6, Jacob Polk. So now, the second baseman, Jacob Polk, who's 0 for 0 on the night with a sacrifice bunt. And his first at-bat steps up to the plate. And he swings and misses on the first pitch he sees. That brings the count to 0-1 here with 2 outs. Nobody on for the Tigers. Jack Miller misses low on the fastball. So the top of the 5th inning, this is where the Bobcats need to start getting some life offensively. The 5th, 6th, and 7th inning, you got to win those innings to win these games. And this is going to be a tough play over for Hawkins, but he makes it look easy. So a good play by Hawkins, and that ends things here in the top of the 5th inning. The Bobcats and the Tigers all tied up at 1. As we head to the bottom of the 5th, this is Zane Berry, and you are listening to Bobcat Baseball. First baseman, number 4, Leo Odom. So now Leo Odom steps up to the plate, looking to get things started here offensively for the Bobcats in the bottom of the 5th inning. Bobcats only 5 hits tonight and 1 run across. So Leo Odom, a lot of juice in his bat. He's 0 for 2 tonight with a fielder's choice and a ground out to the third baseman. But a guy who had 4 doubles in a season just a year ago. The Ole Miss signee. And he hammers this one to the shortstop, and he makes easy work of it and throws it over to first for out number 1. Pitcher number 27, Jack Miller. So now Jack Miller steps up to the plate here for the Bobcats with 1 out. McDonald pitching a great game for the Tigers in the walks. So a 1-0 count, 1 out, nobody on. It's Jack Miller looking to get another hit tonight. He's 1 for 2 with a single and a ground out to the shortstop. So a 2-0 count. That one misses away. That brings the count to 3-0 here on Miller. So Miller probably taking. And that one catches outside part of the plate for strike 1. So 3 balls, 1 strike here to Jack Miller. Will Rayner, who's got a 2 for 2 night, stands on deck. And that one's going to miss inside. And that's going to bring Will Rayner to the plate here with 1 out. Left fielder number 9, Will Rayner. So Will Rayner, an infield single, and then a single in the 6 hole. Parker Hawkins, the pinch runner, over there at first. So 1 out. The Bobcats need to get some stuff going here offensively. A clean game defensively so far from both teams. No errors on either side. That one's going to be a called strike. Bring the count to 1-1. Hattiesburg in the slick all-black unis. The Bobcats in the blue tops, pinstripe bottoms. That one misses low. Brings the count to 2-1. Landon Hawkins trots down to the bullpen here in the 5th. That one's going to miss low. So McDonald has already walked Miller. Now on the verge of walking Rayner. Rayner stands in with a 3-1 count, 1 out. But the breaking ball brings the count to 3-2. So now a full count here to Rayner. McDonald has just been able to lean on that breaking ball all night, and that's what's made him effective. It's one thing if you can throw your fastball for a strike, but he's got more control of that breaking ball. There it is again, but he misses that one in the dirt, and so now runners at first and second here for Hayden Brown. DH number 3, Hayden Brown. So Rayner stays 2 for 2 on the night. And the Hattiesburg High head coach heads out to the mound to talk to McDonald for a minute. So we will be back after the break. So we're back live. Hayden Brown steps up to the plate here for the Bobcats with Parker Hawkins standing on second and Will Rayner at first. Here with one out. The double play is in order. But McDonald catches the outside part of the plate for strike one. Looks like they're in bunt coverage here on Brown. And that one in the dirt, and it gets away from the catcher. He's going to throw it to third, and it gets behind the third baseman. And Parker Hawkins is going to be able to score. And the Bobcats take a 2-1 lead here in the bottom half of the fifth inning. And that's the little things that if you win in a game could be the difference. So a wild pitch there by McDonald. I really wouldn't say it was wild, just got under the catcher. And the catcher lost it and allowed both runners to move. And on the wild throw over to third base, that allowed Hawkins to score. And so now Brown has a 1-2 count here with one out. Will Rayner stands at third base. And the 1-2 pitch misses away. That one misses about 4 inches. Now here to Brown. And he's going to swing at the breaking ball in the dirt. A good play by the catcher, keeping it out in front. Pinch hitter for the Bobcats, number 34, Tyler Lowry. So now Tyler Lowry to hit for the Bobber in the bottom of the fifth, replacing Braden Smith. So Braden Smith will be replaced here in the fifth. Tyler Lowry, his first at bat of the night, a big, big kid. Really looks like he can hit a ball. And that one's going to be called for a strike one. The breaking ball. Rayner stands at second here with 2 outs. The Bobcats sure could use some more insurance. That one in the dirt. And that's going to bring the count to 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. McDonald still in the game. And this one, a swing and a miss, and it gets away from the catcher, but Rayner does not advance. And Tyler Lowry now stands in with a 1-2 count here with 2 outs. Tyler Lowry could play hero with 1 swing. But instead, he goes down swinging. So the Bobcats strand 1 more runner. But they do take the lead 2-1 here in the bottom of the fifth inning. A new pitcher coming in for the Bobcats, Rowan Atkinson. When we get back, this is Zane Berry, and you are listening to Bobcat Baseball. now Rowan Atkinson in the game here for the Bobcats. And a lot of praise here for this young man, sophomore. Came in and pitched the other night against Columbia Academy and tallied a ton of strikeouts in that ball game. A good frame, lefty, very long, and also a cross-Sivley-like release. As he comes across the body, that 82-mile-an-hour fastball gets blown by Quentin Rubin. Quentin Rubin 0 for 2 on the night with a strikeout and a ground out. And the breaking ball, a called strike for strike 2. So 0 balls, 2 strikes here to Rubin. Some defensive changes here. Leo Odom, now the third baseman. Jack Miller over there at first base. And Landon Hawkins out and right. So 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Quentin Rubin. Atkinson on the breaking ball. A good pitch, but it misses low. Rubin wanted to swing at it, but he holds up. So now the count goes to 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here to the leadoff guy for the Hattiesburg Tigers. Atkinson misses away, and the count goes to 3-2. Not a team that you can walk. Very speedy on the bases. And that one misses away for ball 4. So the leadoff guy for Hattiesburg reaches via the walk. That'll bring up Rod Page. Third baseman, number 11, Rod Page. So Hattiesburg High is going to put in a pinch runner for Quentin Rubin after the walk. And Rod Page steps up to the plate. Here with the runner on first, no outs. Bobcats enter a bunt defense here. And we'll see what Rod Page will do with the bat in his hands. I'd imagine they're going to pick a time or two over to first. And he bunts it. And it rolls foul off the turf. A little spin there. Started out fair, but rolled foul. So Rod Page steps back up to the plate here with 1 strike. Pinch runner still over there at first. Atkinson would be a good time to pick off here, but he does. So the batter showed bunt. So no balls, 1 strike. Leo Odom. Leo Odom was dang near in the dirt. Rod Page decided not to bunt it. Now he's getting 2 strikes on him. And Atkinson throws the breaking ball. And what looked like strike 3 is called for ball 1. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here to the 2-hole. And on the dirt ball, pinch runner advances to second. Caden Cochran with a good block and a good throw. Just not in time to get him. The batter's saying it hit him. So the runner at second getting checked out. They're also checking if that hit the batter on the bounce. But it didn't, so 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rod Page still at the plate for the Tigers. Rowan Atkinson, after a leadoff walk, he's got a runner at second. This would be a big moment here in Atkinson's early Sumral career. But he misses in there on the 82-mile-an-hour fastball. Now Page stands in with a full count. So Page calls time. Throwing Atkinson off his rhythm. So a 3-2 count here with no outs, and this one gets away from Cochran, and that runner's going to be able to take third. So now you got runners at first and third after back-to-back walks by Atkinson. And brings up the guy who tied it up himself back earlier in the game. He led off an inning, the 4th inning, home run. So Coach Miller goes out to the mound. And we will be back after the break. So Ramarian Wilson steps up to the plate. The first baseman for the Tigers. Very athletic. He's 1 for 1 on the night with a hit by pitch and a long ball off the scoreboard. So Page stands at first. Rubin stands at third. Here with no outs. And this one off the hands. And it's going to be able to score 1 and advance the runner at first to second. So we've got a tie ball game here in Summerall on the top of the 6th inning, 2-2. The Hattiesburg Tigers tie things up. Center fielder, number 20, Tyler Weatherspoon. So Ramarian Wilson gets out on the ground out. But he is able to get an RBI on the play. And now number 20, Tyler Weatherspoon, steps up to the plate. He's 0 for 2 tonight with a strikeout and a fly out to right field. Weatherspoon, the 4-hole hitter here for the Tigers. He takes the breaking ball for strike 1. So Page stands at second. In the 6th inning. So no balls, 1 strike, 1 out. And that breaking ball bounces way in front of the plate. But a good block there by Cochran. So the count goes to 1-1. Bobcats looking to get in the dugout. On another note, your Southern Miss Golden Eagles have a 3-0 lead here in the top of the ninth inning over the Mississippi State Bulldogs. So 2 balls, 1 strike here to Weatherspoon. Atkinson trying to find his way out of this. Three balls, 1 strike. That one just misses outside. And Atkinson comes set here to Weatherspoon. And this one's going to be jammed over to second base, and he makes it look easy over there for out number 2. So Page advances to third. Shortstop number 5, DJ Johnson. So the shortstop, DJ Johnson, steps up to the plate. He's 0 for 2 tonight. 2 strikeouts, looking to go for the hat trick. If he's strike out again. Atkinson trying to work out of the jam. 2 walks and 2 ground outs here in the inning. That one misses inside. So Rowan misses in with a 1-0 count. Page 90 feet away from taking the lead here for Hattiesburg. That breaking ball, a great pitch there by Atkinson. Atkinson, if you watch him against Columbia Academy, he's got some dog in him. And he shows it here, getting back in the zone. But that's going to be a single out to left, and Hattiesburg is going to take a 3-2 lead here in the top of the 6th inning. Catcher number 22, Chauncey Barr. So a 2-out base knock there by DJ Johnson, and Hattiesburg takes a 3-2 lead over the Sumral Bobcats. An 86-mile-an-hour fastball. So 1 ball, no strikes. Here to Parham. Johnson stands at first. That one's going to be a called strike. Well, grounds it to third, and Davis flips it to second for out number 3. So the Tigers are able to score 2 here in the top of the 6th, and they take a 3-2 lead as we head to the bottom half of the 6th inning. The Bobcats looking to find something to build off offensively. This is Zane Berry, and you are listening to Bobcat Baseball. So now Kellen Garcia Bobcats looking to get things started here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And this is where you want to be if you're the Bobcats. 9-1-2. Due up here in the bottom of the 6th. Kellen Garcia 1 for 1 on the night with a walk and a double into right center. The East Central signee for the Bobcats. And the Southern Miss Golden Eagles just defeated the Bulldogs from Mississippi State 3-0. There's a new pitcher on the mound here for the Tigers. Looks like Rod Page comes in. 60-mile-an-hour slider there from Rod Page. In for a strike against Kellen Garcia. That one misses low. Count goes to 2-1. And the breaking ball hits the dirt. Kellen Garcia now 1 ball away from reaching first base. He misses a fastball. Bring the count to 3-2. So 3 balls, 2 strikes here to Garcia. And that one misses in. That's going to be a leadoff walk for Garcia. Center fielder number 22, Braylon Harrison. So now the center fielder and leadoff guy for the Bobcats, Braylon Harrison, steps up to the plate. A lot of speed on the bases and a lot of speed in the box. And this could be the opportunity. Harrison could bust it open. And that one's going to peg Harrison, and he's going to reach first via the hit by pitch. That's going to bring up Drew Davis. Shortstop number 8, Drew Davis. So now Drew Davis comes to the plate. It looks like the Tigers are going to go with their shortstop here, DJ Johnson. But now runners at first and second. DJ Johnson stepping up to the mound for the Tigers, and we will be back after the break. So now coming to the plate for the Bobcats after the quick pitching change there by the Tigers, Drew Davis. Drew Davis, he's 0 for 1 on the night with a strikeout and 2 walks. He got hit by a pitch back in the first. Struck out his second at-bat and got walked in his third at-bat. And he comes to the plate here with runners at first and second. He does a sacrifice bunt, a great bunt there by Drew Davis to advance both runners. Harrison advances to second and Garcia to third. Third baseman, number 16, Landon Hawkins. So now Landon Hawkins steps up to the plate after the sacrifice bunt. And a quick opportunity now for the Bobcats to regain the lead. The tying run 90 feet away and the game-winning run 180 feet away. That one misses away for ball 2. DJ Johnson was at shortstop. And him and Rod Page split. And this one's going to be driven into left. And it's going to be able to score both of them. Well, no. Harrison gets held up at third, but they at least tie the game. And Hawkins has a single. Number 4, Leo Odom. So now Leo Odom steps up to the plate. Here with Hawkins first, Harrison at third with 1 out. Harrison to take the lead over there at third base. Good piece of hitting there by Hawkins. That's his first hit of the night. Odom 0 for 3 on the night. A big swing and a miss on the fastball. Hitting is contagious. So they just needed to see one fall, not like Hawkins just had, to really get things going. Harrison at third. Hawkins is going on the pitch. And they're going to pick back to third base. And Harrison slides back in safely. So 1 out now for the Bobcats. Odom has an RBI opportunity now with runners at second and third. A base hit should score 2. And Johnson misses. But an unlucky bounce there for the Bobcats. It bounces right back to the catcher. And Harrison unable to move on the wild pitch. So Odom now stands in with a 1-2 count here with 1 out. Bottom of the 6th inning. A tie ball game, 3-3. And this one's going to be driven back up the middle. And they're going to score Hawkins. He's going around third, and he's going to slide in safely. And Odom advances to second on the single and on the throw. So the Bobcats now have a 5-3 lead here in the 6th inning. Number 27, Jack Miller. So back-to-back singles out of the 3 and 4 hole, Hawkins and Odom, and that's going to bring up Jack Miller, the first baseman. Miller's also got a single on the night. He's 1 for 2 with a walk, a ground out, and a single. Miller been a reliable bat for the Bobcats to this point in the season. He chops this one to third. Third baseman makes a tough play and pulls the first baseman, and Miller beats it out at first. And so that's going to be an error. And that's going to advance Odom to third. Left fielder number 9, Will Rayner. And the coach for Hattiesburg comes out again. So on the E5, Miller is able to reach first. And And that brings Odom down to third base. Looks like DJ Johnson's leaving the game here. And there will be a pitching change for the Tigers. So we will be back after the break. So now the new pitcher for the Tigers, J.B. Bryant. He'll start his first pitch against Will Rayner, who's 2 for 2 on the night with 2 singles and a walk. And he's pitching out of the windup with a runner on first base. So now we got runners at second and third on the stolen bag there by Hawkins. So 1 out. Odom stands at third. Hawkins at second. That's Parker Hawkins, the pinch runner. So 2 balls, no strikes on Will. And he watches this one away. That's going to bring the count to 3-0. So the Tigers have allowed the Bobcats to score 3 this inning to regain the lead here with a 5-2 lead. That one's a called strike. So 3 balls, 2 strikes now on Will Rayner. He's going to hit this one to third base. He's going to go to first with it. He's going to try to get the runner out at third, but it's a wild throw. An unlucky bounce there for the Bobcats. Oh, but a bad throw. And Parker Hawkins able to score from second. And the Bobcats have a 7-3 lead now. Number 3, Hayden Brown. So on a 5-3 putout, it was going to score 1. The runner goes to third. And then the first baseman to the third baseman made Parker think he had a chance, and it took a really good Hattiesburg bounce off the wooden fence over there. Bounced right back to the third baseman. And the wild throw to home. They had Hawkins gunned on his way home. But a wild throw allowed Hawkins to score. So now the Bobcats have a 7-3 lead here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. So that's the insurance that the Bobcats needed. And the umpires are meeting about something here. The Hattiesburg coach came out to the home plate umpire, wanting to check something. So we will be back after the break. So now, after the head coach of Hattiesburg came out to ask the umpires a few questions, looked like he was trying to appeal the base running there by Parker Hawkins on his way home. But no evidence to overturn it. So the Bobcats continue to have a 7-3 lead. With 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. And Hayden Brown with a 2-out single. That's his second hit of the night. Number 1, Braden Smith. Now Braden Smith checks back into the game after Tyler Lowry pinch hit for him his last at-bat. But he's back into the game here for the Bobcats in the bottom of the 6th inning. Smith was 0 for 1 on the night. He grounded out to second base and had a sacrifice bunt. And that one squares him in the back. Now Kellen Garcia comes to the plate. Number 7, Kellen Garcia. So Kellen Garcia comes to the plate now. Braden Smith stands on first. Hayden Brown at second. Garcia takes that one for strike 1. Garcia 1 for 1 on the night with a double and 2 walks. So 1,000 on base percentage tonight. So he's reached base safely all 3 plate appearances. That one's going to miss inside for ball 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike here to Garcia. J.B. Bryant on the mound for the Tigers. He gets Garcia swinging. That brings the count to 2-2 here with 2 outs, 2 runners on in the bottom of the 6th inning. Bobcats have put up 5 runs so far in this frame. And the runners will be moving on the pitch. Full count, 2 outs. Garcia looking to put one in a gap here. That one called ball 4 on Garcia. Now Braylon Harrison steps up to the plate for the Bobcats. Number 22, Braylon Harrison. So Braylon Harrison comes up to the plate with bases loaded. And he takes a ball high. This will be his 5th plate appearance tonight. He's got 2 flyouts and 2 walks so far on the night. And this one's going to be a tough play for the shortstop. Harrison, very fast, and he beats it out. So that's an infield single there for Harrison. And it also extends the Bobcat lead 8-3. Number 8, Drew Davis. So now Drew Davis steps up to the box. Here with 2 outs, bases loaded. And that one's a strike inside. So no balls, 1 strike here to Davis. A good swing, but he fouls that one back into the padding behind home plate. So no balls, 2 strikes here to Davis. Slider misses out. So Braden Smith stands at third, Kellen Garcia at second, and Braylon Harrison at first. That one misses away. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Drew Davis looking to extend the Bobcat lead. That one misses low. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. All the runners will be going on the pitch. The Hattiesburg Tigers have played a phenomenal game. I mean, they led earlier in this inning. And that's going to be called strike 3. So that's going to end things here for the Bobcats. But the Bobcats take an 8-3 lead here in the 6th inning. And we are headed to the top of the 7th. This is Zane Berry, and you are listening to Bobcat Baseball. So Landon Hawkins in the pitch now for the Bobcats here in the top of the 7th inning. Bobcats 3 outs away for their first win on the season. Hawkins misses up. Trying to keep the game alive, the Hattiesburg Tigers, Corey McDonald leading things off here in the top of the 7th. 2 straight balls there for Hawkins. So 2 balls, no strikes. And a big swing and a miss there by McDonald. And another swing and a miss on a high fastball there by Hawkins. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff man here in the 7th. The Bobcats looking for their first win of the season before they travel to MRA on Friday, and that's going to be a strikeout there for Landon Hawkins. Number 23, Tyler Spencer. So Tyler Spencer comes to the plate. Here figures a 1 out. Bobcats 2 outs away from sending everybody home with a W here with blue on. That one misses way up for ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes. That was a good pitch. Cochran's got to squeeze that one for it to be a called strike. So 2 balls, no strikes. Here on the DH, Tyler Spencer. Spencer's 1 for 2 tonight with a single and a strikeout. And that one called for strike 1. And a big swing and a miss. And that brings the count to 2-2 here with 1 out. Jacob Polk stands on deck. He's 0 for 2 tonight. It looks like they got a pinch hitter. That'll be hitting for Jacob Polk. He throws that one behind the batter. That brings the count to 3-2. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Here to Spencer. Full count pitch. It's going to be a called strike 3. And back-to-back strikeouts for Landon Hawkins. And the head coach coming out to appeal. Well, it looks like he's just telling him he's got a sub coming in the game. Miles Prince, the pinch hitter for the Tigers. So Miles Prince, pinch hitter. Landon Hawkins goes right at him here with a fastball. So 2 outs now. The Bobcats one out away from adding a tally in the win column. And a swing and a miss. That brings the count to 0-2 here on Prince. Prince steps out of the box, trying to gather himself here with 2 strikes. So the 0-2 count here with 2 outs. That one just misses. An 84-mile-an-hour fastball out of Hawkins' hand. And the breaking ball misses inside. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs Bobcats have an 8-3 lead, so the Hattiesburg Tigers will have to score 5 here with 2 outs. And that one just misses, and it brings count to 3-2 here with 2 outs. And he spikes a fastball out in front of Cochran. That's going to be a 2-out walk. Number 8, Quentin Rubin. So Quentin Rubin coming up to the plate here for the Tigers. 2-out walk. Brings the leadoff man up. So the Tigers are back at the top of the order here with 2 outs. Hawkins calls time to call Cochran out there. He's having trouble seeing the signs here with 2 outs. A long ball game here tonight. It was quick through the first 5 innings, but 8 total runs in the 6th. And Rubin calls time right before Hawkins' pitch. Miller is not holding the runner on over there at first. That one hit right back down into the plate for strike 1. So no balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. And a timing pick to first. Does not get the runner over there. So no balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Landon Hawkins trying to get the win. A breaking ball in the dirt. Good block by Cochran. So now a 1-1 count here to Rubin. Bobcats lead 8-3. So a 2-1 count now on the ball low. The runner able to steal second. Two balls, 1 strike to Rubin. And they inside move. And they had him out at second. Hawkins held on to the ball a little too long. And the tag on the runner out there. This is going to be a tough play, but it bounces foul. So 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Twos across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Rubin. Landon Hawkins toes the rubber and comes set. And this one fouled off. So Rubin battling. And a timing pick, and that one got him. And that's your ball game, folks, on a pickoff to second base. A timing pick. Landon Hawkins gets the runner out at second, and the Bobcats win 8-3 here in Sumral on what was a thriller through 6 innings. And so your Bobcats now have a win in the win column and are 1-2 on the season as they head to MRA on Friday. This is Zane Berry, and you are listening to Bobcat Baseball.